Hey guys, welcome back to another Sunday night show, also known as Drinking in the Dark with Frugal Tiger, where we're going to go over some trades and stock market news to prepare you for this week's trading. This week, I'm actually drinking Fairlife milk. This is actually because my liver enzymes are a little bit high and the doctor told me that I can't drink in the dark anymore. Probably for the best that I stopped drinking alcohol while trading anyway. Last week we did have a sell-off. It wasn't honestly that bad, you guys. It was relatively muted. Friday we saw the S&P get, touch a little bit below 3,500. I was actually nervous we were gonna drop further. Most of my shorts were actually covered around 35.17 on the S&P, my future shorts. We basically rallied into the end of day. The S&P I think finished around 35.39 on the futures contract. Front month being December. I added a few more shorts back in, micro mini future shorts, just something really small. We'll see if we can rally next week, but I'm not really sure what's gonna happen. Is Santa Claus coming to town? Or is Elon Musk gonna continue his dumping spree? He's already dumped $10 billion worth of Tesla stock. I think a lot of the market weakness might actually have to do with a lot of other traders and investors getting in front of Elon Musk's dumping and dumping themselves. So we had a widespread sell-off on EV. If you guys recall last week, I was saying if the market goes down, short Tesla, maybe short Nvidia. So we had a widespread sell-off completely in EV. Like if you take a look at NEO, Lucid, Plug, Quantum Scope, these names are down like 20-30%. Insane amounts. Not to mention my largest holding, Palantir, literally took a shit all over my fucking face again, so can't catch a break there, but my trades have been pretty good other than Palantir. Unfortunately for me, Palantir is a very, very, very large holding of mine. Anyway, having said that, I bought a little bit of NEO on the dip on Friday. I bought a little bit of Quantum Scope on the dip on Friday. I bought a little bit of Plug. I mean, these prices are pretty good. But what you guys need to understand is the market has been hot for a very, very, very long time. I don't know what's going to happen Monday next week. I'm actually hoping for a little bit of a bounce because my position is really not that negative anymore. I covered most of my short positions. But I don't know. I think you just have to take this tape day by day and watch the market very carefully. So, Lucid, if you guys recall, I mentioned a huge sell-off. I think a lot of the selling in most of these EV names, including XPEV, has to do with the fact Elon Musk is, taking a shit everywhere. Basically, selling his stake. Elon Musk has been everyone's sugar daddy in the stock market for like the last 2 years, and sugar daddy now wants his sugar, so we have to let him sell his stock, and he's gonna dump into other people, so that's to be expected. So anyway, that's all I really have to say about that. I would still be watching the EV names. I've actually bought the dips in all the names I discussed above. I don't have that big of a size in Lucid, but I even bought a little bit of Lucid. These are all trades. They could come off, just letting you all know. The last thing I want to talk about is the AMC trade before we go into earnings, because earnings is slim pickings this coming week. The AMC trade, to me, it seems like it broke below 32. If you look at the chart at AMC, I felt like 32 was a very strong key support. Friday, it broke as low as like 20. I remember looking at the tape once, it was like 25.26. I got a few trades in on AMC on Friday successfully. It bounced back to 29, but I'm a little nervous here. If we don't see AMC close above 32 within next week, the trade might be done. We'll see how it does with the market bounce. And to be quite blunt, you guys, this trade has not been going anywhere for a very long time. It's been a relatively slow bleed out because people have been adding to AMC stock, but the trade really hasn't been going anywhere. And below 32, I said it like maybe months back. I don't know if it's still the case because we did have an overall sell-off in the total markets, but below 32, I feel like the trade could potentially be done. We'll see if it can reclaim that level and go higher. If not, me actively trading AMC might come to an end. I'm probably still not going to short the stock, however. So anyway, let's get right into earnings. On Monday, we have MongoDB. That's pretty much all I'm watching Monday. MongoDB is a database hosting company. They deal with MongoDB databases. On Tuesday, we have AutoZone, usually a good earnings play, usually a lot of action. But like I said, this week is slim pickings. Wednesday, we have GME. I'm definitely watching this one. Hopefully we see some action. We still periodically see days where GME has enormous amounts of liquidity and action. We'll see if GME can have it this earnings. On Thursday, we have Broadcom, ticker symbol AVGO. I would watch this one. Just pull up a chart on Broadcom. It's insane. I mean, the thing just keeps going higher. AVGO, Lululemon, and Chewy. That's all I'm watching on Thursday, nothing on Friday. That's more or less it for me. One other trade I'm watching is a trade on Netflix. Netflix has been bleeding out now for some time. But what I'm very curious is with this new COVID variant, is Netflix going to get bought back or is it going to continue to bleed out? Because right now, let me just pull up the technicals. They don't seem particularly good. Netflix has been bleeding out for some time. Pretty much formed a double top around 650 from October, and another attempt at November, or around 680-ish. Sorry, and it's just been going down from there. 600, we can see if it can hit support here. If not, pay attention to the Netflix trade. It might be a good new COVID variant trade. We'll see. I doubt we're going to go into lockdowns. Once again, as I mentioned last week, and it turned out to be the case, the overall market is super tradable. So if you want to trade SPY or QQQ if you prefer Nasdaq. So the overall market is tradable. I'm probably going to still be trading S&P futures this upcoming week. A lot of movement, and we're waiting for more news on COVID. The last thing I want to talk about, and this goes back to the S&P futures SPY trade, is you have to keep in mind on the first of every month, it's usually pretty bullish. And we saw that this first of the month where you had the market that was actually relatively higher for the day, and then the massive sell-off. That sell-off occurred into what is typically a day of extreme strength. But I want you guys to be cognizant about that going forward into next week, that we did have a sell-off into what is predominantly a pretty strong day. And the month of December is usually a pretty strong month with a Santa Claus, the so-called Santa Claus rally. But we'll see. With so many people positioned for the Santa Claus rally, maybe we actually end up selling off because everyone's on one side of the trade. I don't know. This type of trade, when you see volatility tick up like this, your best bet is not to be biased on either side, not to be a bull, not to be a bear. Just you kind of have to play this day by day, watch the tape. So we'll see what happens next week. Good luck. Don't blow out your account. Till next time. I just want the money.